Hello everyone. The topic for this session is project scope and also team contract. We're going to start putting the detail in the plan. Many people have heard the following sayings: if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. If you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. And what gets measured gets done. Successful project managers know how important it is to develop, refine, and follow plans to meet project goals. People are more likely to perform well if they know what they are supposed to do and when. Planning is often the most difficult and unappreciated process in project management. Often, people do not want to take the time to plan well, but theory and practice show that good planning is crucial to good execution. The main purpose of project planning is to guide project execution, so project plans must be realistic and useful. A bit about your team contract. Team contracts help promote teamwork and clarify team communications. The process normally includes the core project team members reviewing a template and then working in small groups to prepare inputs for their team contract. The project manager should act as a coach or facilitator, observing the different personalities of team members and seeing how well they work together. Everyone involved in creating the team contract should sign it, and as new project team members are added, the project manager should review ground rules with them and have them read and sign the contract as well. Let's look at a sample of the team contract that you'll use. This is the template that you'll be using for your team contract. Obviously you'll have the project date and project name. There's a place for the project team members to sign and date their signature. But the important part of this also are the topics such as code of conduct. In other words, you'll state your conduct in a few statements. As a project team, we will, and then you'll state your code of conduct. Participation is important, so you need to show how you're going to participate, as well as communications. Problem solving. Problems will come up, and so you need to have a system of how you're going to resolve those problems. And meeting guidelines. Obviously, if you're in an online class, a virtual teams like we are in this particular class, you'll have virtual team meetings at times. Email communications, of course, but some of you have been meeting online through some of the whiteboard technologies that are available. Well, there should be some meeting guidelines set up in that fashion also. So it's important to have a team contract so that everyone knows the code of conduct, the participation, how you're going to communicate, how you're going to solve problems, and your meeting guidelines, and then everyone has signed off on those. So the team contract is an important part of the process. Now let's talk about the scope itself. You'll prepare a scope document or a scope statement for this project. One of the most important steps in the process of project management is to develop a scope document. Project scope management involves defining and controlling what work is or is not included in a project. Defining the scope and work breakdown structure are the tools you will use in this most important area. Good scope definition is crucial to project success because it helps improve the accuracy of time, cost, and resource estimates. It defines a baseline for performance measurement and project control, and it aids in communicating clear work responsibilities. Let's look at the form that you will use, or the template that you will use as you develop your scope. You'll have your project title, date, and prepared by, whatever the justification is for your project, any characteristics, requirements. A lot of these you have spelled out already in prior documents. But the project charter, requirements documentation, and organizational assets such as policies and procedures related to project management, past project files, and lessons learned reports from previous or similar projects. These all can be inputs for creating the initial scope statement. Some of these you have already done in previous assignments, as I've said. Contents of a scope statement vary, but it should at least include a project scope description, any user acceptance criteria, and detailed information on all the project deliverables. These deliverables in this case, in this sample template, are from the training project that's from the textbook, and you'll be able to use obviously some of these also, but your product related deliverables are going to be in tune more to your particular project, your particular team project. The project team should update the project scope statement as new information becomes available. A good up-to-date project scope statement helps prevent scope creep, which is the tendency for project scope to continually increase. So let's review. Planning is often the most difficult and unappreciated process in project management. Team contracts help promote teamwork and clarify team communications. And project scope involves defining and controlling what work is or is not included in the project. Well, that's all for now, and I will see you online next week.